Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I hope you've had a lovely week so far and are ready to wrap it up with some good old-fashioned hard work like we do in school. So again, it's Friday, May 15th, the year 2020. So yesterday's number talk involved some of our favorite true or false equations. So go ahead and pause the video and double check to see if you answered your columns correctly. And in the end, when you were doing this, if you were having a difficult time, maybe with some of these equations where they had something on both sides to solve, if you need any assistance with that, again, please let me know, and I would be most happy to meet with you, talk you through it, do a few examples, and get you on the way to solving them independently and confidently at home. And to wrap up, we always have our Fact Fun Friday. So I did something slightly different here. Again, same green, blue, and red column, but you will notice that in our tens column, instead of the second digit, I included the third digit here. So it might be slightly different, but you're still looking to set up the equations and find their answers on the blue and red column. Now you just have one of your three numbers missing, and you need to find what's missing. So it's kind of like a mix of Monday, find what's missing, and Friday, fact fun. So give that a whirl. Take pictures, send it to me so I can see how you're doing. Again, any questions, that is what I'm here for. I will help answer them as soon as I am able, probably that same very day, if not the next morning, okay? You just have to let me know. Before we get into our weekly reflection, let's think about the cause and effects that we explored yesterday in Helen Keller, The Value of Determination. So to review, the two that we were trying to figure out were blank caused Helen to lose the ability to see and to hear. So we know the effect, we know what happened. Something happened which caused Helen to lose her ability to see and to hear. What was it? If we go back in the text, you'll remember she caught a fever at a very young age. And that fever caused her to lose her ability to see and to hear. So to put it as a complete sentence, you could say something like, a severe fever caused Helen to lose her ability to see and to hear. And the second one from yesterday was, Helen was determined to learn, and in the end, she blank. So we know what caused something. Helen was determined to learn, and what did that cause? Well, the fact that we're still talking about Helen Keller 140 years later, after her birth, shows us that there was something she did that was worth remembering and worth exploring. So the way I would finish this might be different than you, but mine might say, Helen was determined to learn, and in the end, she inspired millions of others to continue to push themselves even when the going gets tough. In our classroom, we don't avoid challenges. We don't shy away from challenges. We're determined and we persevere. And you could say that in our classroom, we emulate or model our behaviors after models like Helen Keller. In fact, I want to wrap up by reading a quote of hers to you. I think it might strike home for some of you. To show how much Helen Keller valued determination, she once said to a president, "The marvelous richness of human experiences would lose something of the reward, of the joy, if there were no limitations or hurdles to overcome." So again, Helen Keller was saying that if there weren't hurdles, if there weren't problems, if there weren't things to get past, to push through, you would lose out on some of the joy of the experience. So determination and perseverance, in fact, are necessary for joy. If everything was easy, it would lose some of the excitement, some of the pleasure that it brings to you. So remember that the next time you're working and it is hard. Maybe it's hard to focus. Maybe you don't want to do it. Remember Helen Keller's example. Do you think she wanted to have to learn with her hands? She didn't have her eyes. She didn't have her ears to work the way that ours do. But she didn't give up. She kept pushing. She kept growing. And because of that, she became a role model for everyone after her. So that's the effect I'm thinking about. The cause was determination. The cause was perseverance. And the result was a legacy. Something for us all to remember and to try to do. With that in mind, with that great model, that great role model, I'd like you to reflect on, I'd like you to reflect on your week and how it went. I want you to think about working at home and be honest with yourself and think about how you were doing. Are you challenging yourself? Are you working every day as much as you would at school? And with that in mind, this week I enjoyed working on blank because blank. So not only do I want to know what you enjoyed working on, I want to know why you enjoyed it. Was it because the going got tough and you had to overcome something like Helen Keller? Was it because you were just really curious about the topic and you couldn't stop asking questions and you wanted to learn more? Next week, I really want to master blank. What is it that you really want to master next week? Is it a particular work? Is it a skill? Is it something you're doing at home with your parents, a project? I want to know what it is you hope to master next week so I can help you achieve that goal. The best book I read this week was blank because blank. Maybe you read multiple books this week. Maybe you haven't read an entire book. But I'm curious, what is the book that you're enjoying reading right now and why are you enjoying it? So go ahead, record those, write them down in your notebook, in your journal, and please, please, please share it with me. It helps me stay connected to you. All right, and to wrap up, who am I? I am similar to a horse, and my coat is beautifully striped. I live in Africa, like the elephant, and like the lion. I am a very fast runner. My feet have hooves, which are like strong, enormous toenails. Do you know my name? If you guessed the zebra, you were correct. Look at that beautiful striped coat. Are they white with black stripes, or are they black with white stripes? That is a never-ending debate. If you figure it out, let me know. I'm curious. All right, to wrap up the week, I have a challenge for you. My skin is covered with leathery scales that are ridged along my back. I have a long, flat head with strong jaws and many sharp teeth. Short, sturdy legs allow me to move quickly on land, while my massive tail is used for a rudder and makes me a strong swimmer. I live in warm and moist climates. When the rivers are dry, I estivate. Estivate is similar to hibernate. You might know some mammals that go into hibernation. Bears, for instance. Well, this is not a mammal, but this type of animal, these reptiles, do similar things when the rivers or their environments become very dry. They estivate. Who am I? I'll fill you in on Monday. Take care. Work hard. Continue to work hard. Fill me in. Keep me up to date. Ask questions if you need my assistance. It's what I am here to do. And above all, I hope you enjoy the work that you are doing. I hope you enjoy the time you are spending with your families. And with this beautiful weather we are experiencing, I hope and pray that you are taking your learning outside. Maybe you're reading out there. Maybe you're doing projects out there. Whatever it is, please get outside. It's very important. It's helpful to your overall health, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. So get outside. If I don't talk to you today, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on Monday.